Hi there everyone, and I have a fantastic chess game to show you in today. This is an immortal chess game by a chess player named Karel Traxler, who had the black pieces, and this was his immortal chess game. So we are going to check out this amazing chess game from the perspective of Traxler. And his opponent is an unknown chess player named Reinisch. And this chess game was played in Austrian-Hungarian Empire. Probably it was the Austria-Hungarian Empire in Hostoun in 1890, in the year 1890. So, let me give you a few informations about Karel Traxler. He is not very well known, first of all, and he doesn't have so many chess games in the database, but he was a Czech chess master and composer of chess problems. He is best known for the hyper-aggressive variation named after him, the Traxler variation in the two knights defense. So he was also a chess problem composer, and if you look his clothes, you can clearly see that he was a priest. Because Traxler was a Roman Catholic priest, he rarely played chess in serious competitions. As a composer of chess problems, he pursued the style of Bohemian school. He wrote under a number of pseudonyms, anonymous chess books from 1896 to 1899, and he composed over 900 chess problems. Usually his chess problems was about checkmating your opponent in 2, 3, and 4 moves. So these are some of the brief informations about this chess player, and let's check out some of his amazing chess games, which was played in 1890, like I said. So, his opponent Reinisch starts the game with e4, e5, knight to f3, and we have the Italian game 2 knights defense and the Fred liver attack attacking on f7, and we have bishop to c5, and this is the Traxler variation of the 2 knights game, allowing knight takes or sometimes bishop takes on f7. In this position, the most common move is pushing the pawn, d5. And this is the most common move. And we have a pawn takes in this position. My computer is a little slow. I'm so sorry. So after pushing the pawn, e takes on d5 is the most common move. And then black can play knight to a5, bishop check, pushing the pawn, pawn takes, and so on and so forth. So let's take it back. So in this position, instead of pushing the pawn, which would be a decent defense and black is doing fine, Traxler played the adventurous and very aggressive bishop to c5, making knight takes on f7 possible, and this is losing material because this is forking queen and the rook. How should black play in this position? Well, bishop takes on f2 is the move by Traxler. Slashing, dashing, aggressive attack, splashing, splice and dice, and very aggressive chess. So we have king to e2. Actually, the notes of Traxler is also available for this chess game. And he says in his notes, the best defense is king to f1. And let's see what happens. He said king to f1 was the best defense. And then queen to e7, knight takes rook, and then d5. After e takes on d5, knight to d4, and he says black is getting a strong attack in this position. And also bishop to g4 is possible, trapping the queen. So bishop to g4 is coming. And of course, we will check out what happens if king takes bishop, then knight takes on e4, and if king to e3, then we have queen to h4. And if g3, then knight takes and then check. And in this variation, black is also getting a very strong attack because bishop to g4 is also possible. And defending is very tricky in this position. So the king is also exposed and it doesn't look very good, of course. Okay, also rook to f8 is possible. Also attacking the bishop. So this is getting very tricky and the king is exposed. So in this position, bishop takes on f2. And we are going to witness an incredible king hunting. Knight to d4, king to d3, king to d3. And the knight is attacking the queen. So maybe defending the queen comes to mind. But Traxler played b5, sacrificing the queen. But we have bishop back. Let's see what happens if capturing the queen, then check. And this is very forced, check. And then bishop to e2, and the queen is trapped. Also, the knight is trapped, and you can save the knight because of rook to b8. And the king is horribly exposed. The king's safety has been compromised, terribly, unbelievably. And look at this. This is very difficult position for white. So in this position, we have bishop to b3, defending the bishop, not allowing pawn takes bishop with check and then forced checkmating. And Traxler played truly an incredible move. He played knight takes on e4, sacrificing the queen again, offering his queen for the second time. We have knight takes queen, finally accepting the delicious queen. But if king takes knight, then we have d5, that's check. If king to d3, then check and pushing the pawn. And actually there is no good defense in this position. So if knight takes queen, then we push the pawn, check, mate. And if bishop takes, we have this very pretty combination. Bishop to f5, king takes, check. These are forced, so check and then checkmate. Look at this checkmate, absolutely amazing. So knight takes on e4, and he had to see all this, all the possible continuations. So finally accepting the queen sacrifice, and then check, check, knight to e2, checking the king, and by the Traxler sacrificed his knight. Well, he wants to clear the path for the bishop so that he can check the king and make king to b4 possible. Check, king to b4, and then check, and this is forced. King takes on b5. King to a3 is not a good move because of getting checkmated. So check, and this is actually one of the most incredible king hunting ever that you are ever going to see. We have check and then check, not even capturing the queen. So the bishop is restricting king's, the king is not flexible. So king to b4, we have check, and then check again, sacrificing the knight, and then check, mate. One of the most brutal, incredible, amazing king huntings ever. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time with more interactive chess games. So this was the immortal chess game of Karel Traxler. Take care, stay safe, and bye bye.